discourage if you're a content creator listening and watching this. Just drop the content anytime. Keep showing up, and within 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, you're gonna get to a certain number where your followership is big, and then people will consider you as well. So, if you were about to advise a content creator from Africa, what would
I think the first advice I'd give is to start and do content with what you have. Because if you look across the board in terms of content, especially on TikTok, there are people who are making waves with just their simple smartphone that is not even necessarily an iPhone, you know? But since they have the content bit, they are making it, you get. So with time, you will grow slowly into getting the top tier equipment, you know? And it's so just start with what you have. That is the first thing. And I'd also advise them to do a lot of research in terms of content, because the content creating space is quite saturated as we speak. So there's high demand for unique content. So when you do your research very well and you know this is the gap that I'm feeling here, your content will definitely blow to the masses.
Okay, so what do you mean is like you should be first consider like quantity over quality when you're a beginner?
Yeah, when you're a beginner. Yeah.
Just keep dropping the content. Don't be because even me, I'm not gonna lie to you. When I started my podcast, just like uploading on Spotify, because I never had a YouTube channel at that moment, and I was like, I want to get some great microphone, because sounding is the best part of podcasting. People are listening to you, and after a while, I was like, wait a minute, I can just edit my sound better. I don't need like big equipment and stuff like that. And I went to buy me a cheap microphone, and I started to do it. So you don't have to procrastinate there. Get there, use a cheap microphone. If your content is unique, people will follow you. People will listen to you.
Definitely.
And you don't have to give up. Don't copy other people. You can learn from people, but you don't have to copy people. It's called authenticity. Yeah. Exactly. So when you do your content about stopping women on the street, bro, like, do you used to do that like before you started to create content, or it was just like your strategy of like grabbing people attention so the content can perform better?
For me, that for the last, I'd say 3 years has been my main niche. It's been the main thing that I've been doing, is something to grab people's attention, because with that, since it was easier I can say that is the type of content that the greater audience accepted from me, you know, because I do a couple of things, and in my experimenting of all these niches, they all do perform well. But the one that performs the best is this one that I talk to women on the street. And over the years, what I've been trying to do is to become more creative with how I approach them, with the lines that I use, with the words that I use, approach with the tone and everything, with even the editing style and everything. So I have been evolving slowly and slowly. I can say, yes, that is the main type of content that I do.
Okay. So do you write your script? Like, do you write the script?
So one honest thing I'll tell you is I do not write my script. I usually have an idea of what I am going to say. So in accordance to how that person is going to respond, that is I'm going to, to maneuver within. So I do have, like, should I say, like a skeleton of what I'm going to say. Some few jokes I already have in my head. Maybe I can type them down. Not really like a script, like a short skeleton. Yeah. So when you talk to someone, if I go and tell someone, is this how you look at your man? Somebody else is going to respond differently, and another is going to respond differently. So with that, with their response, I'll know what to say. I think that is the basis of that. But I always have an idea of what I am going to say so that it is friendly, because on the streets people are either busy, either rushing somewhere, or even maybe not ready to talk to anyone. So to ensure that they are friendly so that the content is also catchy and entertaining.
Amazing, man, amazing. So like how do you get the brand deals, like for your like brains? Like how do you approach brains? Because I don't know how that things work seriously, like most of the time. Like,
so here in Kenya, it's more about networking. But before you get to the point where you can network with people to get these brand deals, it is all about your hard work and ensuring that you are on the map. I remember before I got a brand deal, I remember I was doing content and I was not getting the deals. And I did not know anyone who I would talk to, or somebody I'd talk to help me get deals. So what I did was I just gave myself a target. I was like, for the next 30 videos, I do not want any video that's less than 100,000 on TikTok and not less than 50K on Instagram. So I gave myself a threshold. So doing that, I attracted some brands, and attracting some brands in the process, I came to know that with this entertainment industry, these people are at events, are at there are workshops that happen. So when you go to events, you get to talk with people. People know you, will know what you do, because at times when these guys are looking for influencers or even people to market their brands, they think hard of people they could think of. But if you network with them, you will definitely be one of the first people on their minds. So attending events is a very, very, very crucial thing for me, actually. And when I go for events, I always ensure that I am in the VIP section, because in the VIP section, that is where you can work with the top people.
Okay,
you get to meet other creators that have experience in the industry. They also we as creators are also usually asked, do you know anyone who can do this and that? So if you're at the top of the mind of some people, you can definitely get these gigs. So also workshops, very important, because since the content creating space is growing very fast, there are numerous workshops that come up, especially they are set up by agencies, the marketing agencies. And so knowing well these marketing agencies, for example, here in Kenya, the biggest marketing agency so far is Wowzy. I don't know if it's in South Africa.
What's the name? Wowzy.
Yeah, Wowzy.
Wowzy.